If anything, you're gonna build, but nothing bad's gonna happen at all. So, all right, who's ready for some mindset? Are y'all ready for to pop off this mindset workshop? This one's gonna be a really good one because mindset is everything. I mean, I believe mindset is just as important as skill set, if not more, because hey, you might have the skills to do the workouts, to eat clean, you have the means, you have all the opportunity, but if your mindset's not connected to it, guess what's gonna happen, you guys? You're not gonna do it. Your mindset has to be equivalent. I always tell people this: the hardest part of working out is actually doing the workout, like getting your mind right to do the work. That's the hardest part. Like when I used to work in the gym, I'd be like, the hardest part of working out is showing up to the gym. It's getting in your car, driving to the gym. For those who work out at home, the hardest part is changing your clothes, going into that workout room that you created and doing the work. That's the hardest part. It's not the workout within itself. Once you get going, it's like that motor gets revved up and you get pumped up and you start going. But the hardest part is to actually get going. And that's where mindset comes into place. Once you shift that mindset, once you focus on shifting your mindset in regards to your goals and to your health and to your fitness, everything changes. That's why this workshop right here to me is probably the most important one, if not the most important one that you guys are gonna be a part of. I know everybody looks at nutrition. I was like, hey, nutrition, that's fine and great. But if you don't get your mindset right, you're not going to eat clean. You're not going to focus on, getting 100 grams of protein in a day. You're not going to focus on any of that because it's going to be just another thing for you to do and another thing for you to add to your already busy schedule, right? That's how we look at it. So mindset's everything, you guys. And I'm going to share with y'all some tricks and some tips and a different perspective of how to look at things when it comes to working out, when it comes to eating clean, and the blessings that we all get from doing all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing it your way, Angela, so we can get this party rocking and rolling, get started.
Yeah, I just muted myself. I thought you were about to go. I thought you were about to bring the fire. No, he's always going to bring the fire, you guys. He's 100% right. I know when I coach the women that I coach, yes, nutrition is important. Obviously, it's a big piece of it. Fitness is important. It's a big piece of it. But the biggest and the most important part, the part that a lot of people don't realize how much work they need to do on when they're in a health journey of any kind is the mindset, because it's the mindset is going to help you get up and do the thing on the days that you don't want to do the thing, right? It's going to truly help you. And we're all going to be hit in the face day in after day out with different things that are going to try to steer you off your path to go get healthy, to go do that workout, to make the good choice in certain foods, to say no to the people or the things that aren't serving you anymore because you have an appointment with yourself at the gym, or you have appointment at yourself in your room to do your workout wherever the heck you're working out. It doesn't matter if it's at the gym or at home as long as you're getting the thing in, right? And so mindset is everything, but it's my favorite part. And this is why we chose to do this the second week of the 21-day challenge, because so many people, as you can see, there's a lot less people on this call that was last call. And so many people have already fallen off. Some people have never even started. Some people may have started day one or and day two, and then like that was it, right? And if you're not working on your mindset through the process of a health journey or even a business journey, it all to me, a health journey and a business journey are very similar. And this right here is going to be the make or break. And every single day working on it. So I know we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but one thing that I always love to start with when I'm talking about anything nutrition, fitness related is start small. The magic pill that everybody is chasing is freaking consistency, y'all. It's consistency. There is no magic pill. We all have amazing products that we love, right? And if you're not on the products yet, cool, no biggie. There's never time. There's never a bad time to get started, I think, if I say that correctly. Starting small. We have to start small. Do not go from zero to hero. Because again, if you're an all or nothing personality, would you do me a favor and put all or nothing in the comments? I see so many women. Men are this too. Not knocking that, not saying that they're not, but I feel like women, and Aaron, you coach all women, so you can relate. You can totally vouch for this. All or nothing personality is the number one thing that I see that is holding so many women back, because we think, oh, I got to do it all. I got to do it all right now. I'm going to go from no workouts to 6 days a week. And I'm going to go from not doing anything as far as food wise to going on this crazy restrict diet and tracking food and doing all these things. And then I'm on top of that, I'm also going to add my business and all this other things. Like I'm an all or nothing personality too. I get it. But when it comes to health, I'm not, because I've recognized how many times I've burnt out. How many of you have ever burnt out on a health journey? You didn't last. What is the, let me, here's my question to you. What is the longest time frame that you've ever stuck to a program? Put it in the comments. I'd love to see what that is. Some of you that might be a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. Like I have a lot of people on a daily basis that tell me other things, many, many things. 19 years, Aaron. I love it. You're one of the few, right? I love it. A year, maybe. I love that. A year is amazing. So many people, it's usually like 3 weeks, 6 weeks, right? But again, it's the all or nothing personality that holds a lot of people back. And so when you're on this health journey, you're starting with products, or maybe you've been on products for a while. This challenge was designed to add the nutrition and the fitness with your products so that you get maximum results. But again, so many people aren't here anymore because they started with doing too much too fast. Start small. That to me is one of the biggest mindset shifts. It's really hard if you have the all or nothing personality because you want to do it all. You want to go from zero to hero. We want to do it all right away. And it's the biggest mistake that so many people make. So mindset wise, be okay with starting small with some small things. And when you start with the small things, you're building your confidence along the way. And then when you get really good and consistent at those small things, then those small things are going to build. It's like that compound interest account, right? You put small things in, and then it's going to lead you to the end result. Because how many of you in here want to get your results, but you want to keep them, right? You want to keep them, keep them in the comments. I don't know anybody who's ever told me they didn't want to keep them. So start small and be okay with only doing a few things. Be okay with just tracking your protein first. Be okay with starting small. And then eventually you're going to add to that. So ditch the all or nothing personality, you guys. It's huge. It holds you back. So before I go into another tip, Aaron, I'm going to turn it back to you.
No, I love it. I love it. And I think so many people have to, I love that you're talking about having that all in mentality or not at all. And here's another thing I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Taking it day by day. You guys, like, celebrate your small wins. And I can't express this enough. Like, I've been seeing a lot of y'all lately, especially those who are doing this challenge in the bigger group and of course in our group as well. I've been seeing this a lot lately. People celebrating their small wins. And what we mean by small wins, meaning, hey, I ate clean. Hey, ate clean meaning the sense of like, I ate more fruits and vegetables. I ate better. This is my version of eating clean and I feel good about it. I went for a walk. I did 10,000 steps. Like, those are good things to celebrate. I think people look too much into looking at the scale and thinking like, I need to celebrate just the number on the scale. Listen, you guys, let me tell you something right now. The number on the scale doesn't reflect your worth. I'm going to say that again because everybody needs to hear that message. The number on the scale does not reflect your worth. It is a number that tells you if you're going up or down, but it doesn't reflect your worth. Sometimes it could go up. That means you might, hey, guess what? You might have drunk a lot of water that day. You might have consumed a lot of sodium. Hey, you might have built muscle. It doesn't reflect your worth, though. So that's why we tell people all the time, like, stop being so obsessed with the number on the scale and focus on the wins, celebrating those wins. Hey, you went to work out today and you haven't worked out in a week? That is a win. I need you to throw it in the comment section below, you guys, because I can't express it enough. I need you to throw it in the comment section below. A win is a win. And y'all, like, it does. There's no win that's bigger than the next win. There's no win smaller than the next win. A win is a win. And one of the biggest things I love sharing with people in that regard is you want to celebrate you, celebrating your life, celebrating your journey. Listen, I know some of y'all look at yourself in the mirror and like I'm not happy with what I see. But you know what? You should look in the mirror and say, I love who I am, and I know I'm working on a better version of me. Because when you start looking in the mirror and you start picking and pointing at all the things that you don't like, how about looking in the mirror and pointing at all the things that you love? I can't express this enough. This is why mindset is so powerful, because you start looking in the mirror and say, man, I love this part of me. I love my eyes. I love my nose. I love my lips. I love my face. I love my features. Then you start to build off of that because it becomes positive, you guys. And then you start to say, you know what, I'm a lot better than I give myself credit for, because we can always defeat ourselves. We can get on that scale and go, oh, I can't believe I'm this weight. I used to be this. I used to be that. You know what, guys? The past is the past. What you used to be is not who you currently are. And guess what? Your future is going to thank you when you're working on changing who you are today. And that's all that matters. Like focusing on those small opportunities, those little wins are going to equal, like Angela said, bigger rewards. But you can't want it overnight. You can't go into this mentality of, I want it to happen today. I want this instant gratification. Let me tell you something. I shared this with a client yesterday. I'm like, listen, your body's not Amazon. You can't order it and get a new body overnight. It's not going to happen. If it did, we wouldn't be here. None of us would be here if you could order your body overnight, right? Like your body is a work in progress. But sometimes y'all gotta understand, all the moms on here, it's a blessing in progress, right? Like you, some of the moms on here, you beat yourself up. Some of you produce kids. As a dad, I can't say that, right? Like as a father, I can never say, "Oh man, I'm beating myself." I didn't have a baby pop out of my body. You see what I'm saying? So you got to look at some of the things and go, you know what? I don't look at it from that perspective. So what if my kids are a little bit old? So what doesn't matter? You're still a mom. You got to look at yourself in a different perspective. You can't beat yourself up. Listen, the world's going to try to beat you up. There's no reason to add anything onto it. Love yourself, love your journey, love your body, and just know, like, hey, I'm a work in progress. I know this isn't going to happen overnight. I know that there's no such thing as instant gratification. And here's another thing I want to share with you guys, because I know we're all on here and we see this all the time. We see a lot of before and afters, and we go into comparison mode. We start looking at all these before and afters, and we start comparing our journey to somebody else's. Well, let me tell you something. That's the worst thing you can possibly do, because your journey might be chapter 1 and they might be on chapter 20, and you don't know that. They might be in a different situation than you. They might have a whole different circumstance than you. They might have an hour and a half, 2 hours of workout, which you don't need, by the way, but they might have more time than you. They might have more opportunities to be able to eat cleaner. You don't know what they have. So comparing your journey to somebody else is only going to do you a disservice. So I need you to throw it in the comment section below. Comparison is the thief of joy. What they say, the theft of joy. Why is that? Because when you start looking at everybody else before and after, you guys are about to see a lot of them pop off over the next, 11 days, or what we got 11 days left on this challenge. You're going to start seeing it. Instead of literally looking at, say, oh, that's not me, I can't be that way. No, say, you know what? I am so happy for that person, but I'm working on my journey, and it is my journey. It is my story. It is my pen I hold. It is my story to create. It is my story that I'm going to love on. It is my story that I'm going to control for the next, not 21 days, you guys, for the next 6 months, for the next year, for the next, maybe some of you guys, for the next 21 years and plus. Y'all, like when you saw me write in the comment section, I've been working out for the last 19 years. Y'all, I started working out in Iraq 19 years ago. My journey started 19 years ago when I was, I don't know, I'm losing track of how old I am now, but when I was, I think, 27, 28, you know what I did before that? Nothing. I got out of the army and I did nothing for like 8 years. Zero workouts. But my journey, it had a starting point, you guys. And some of y'all, your starting point might be 28, you might be 35, might be 42, might be 47. But at the end of the day, once you start, just tell yourself, listen, I'm going to take it day by day, and I ain't stopping. I'm not stopping till the good Lord above me comes calling in. I'm not stopping. I am not going to stop. This is my journey. This is my story. I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to stop, because I know my worth, and I'm worth every bit of it. So, Angela, I'm going to swing it back your way. Sorry, got a little bit of a tangent on that, but just had to share that.
No, you're good. I'm sitting here thinking, like, when did I start working out? I'm sitting here thinking, I actually think I was around 20, so that'd be 23 years. Oh man. You said something as soon as you said it, I wrote it down, because I want to piggyback on that, and then I'm going to go into something else that I wanted to definitely share. Mindset shift. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Like, oh my goodness, I see so many women, especially men too, getting stuck in, man, I'm unhealthy, I'm overweight, I'm whatever you may say about yourself right now, like, oh God, I let myself go, I did this, I did that. Forgiveness is so huge. And when we talk about forgiveness, I like to talk about it so much more in the sense of, like, you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for any past mistakes, or neglecting yourself, or doing all the things. If you are holding on to any of that, still beating yourself up, you are never going to get to the place you want to go. So first step for you is, like, forgive yourself for neglecting yourself, or whatever it is that you did. Who cares? Today is a new day. God forgives us. We forgive ours. You got to forgive your own self, and then move on. Move on, because today is that new day for you to start working on you, prioritizing the workouts that you're planning on doing, or the nutrition changes that you're making. Like, it is a process. And tomorrow is not promised. We have what we have today, and that is all we know that is guaranteed, right? Is that if that's even guaranteed? And so live in the moment and focus right now. Stop living in the past. We can't go backwards and change it. And we cannot stress over the future because we don't know God's plan, not ours. But what we can control is right now in the moment and how we're taking care of ourselves, the food choices that we do make, and focusing on having progress, not being perfect. Okay. The all or nothing personality holds so many people back. I see perfectionism as the other thing. Perfectionism holds so many people back too, in a sense of like, oh God, I didn't do it. I didn't do it right. I didn't track all my macros. I didn't get all 4 workouts in this week. So instead of really celebrating the fact that you got 3 workouts in, you're obsessed over the one that you missed, and you're beating yourself up because I didn't do it perfect. Who cares? Perfectionism does not exist. And as soon as you let that one go, it's the other mindset shift that is so magic and huge. And I don't know where magic just came out of my mouth, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like let it go, just like Elsa says on the movie. You got to let go of the need to be perfect. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Today's a new day. Every day is a new day. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a Monday. It doesn't have to be a new program. And what is today? Day 9, 10? Today's day 10 of 21, right? You're like, I don't even know. What is today? Wednesday? Today is day 10, right? Okay, thank you. It's day 10 of the challenge. And so I don't know where everybody's at in this journey on the challenge. Maybe it's day 1 for you and you showed up. Look at Vic over here, right? And so it doesn't matter to start today if today is your first day. But forgive yourself and let go of trying to be perfect. Lord knows we're not perfect. And if you're striving to be that, you're setting yourself up for big old disappointment. But the other thing that I really wanted to talk about, and then I'll turn it back to you, Erin, again, is looking at our food in a different perspective, in a different way. I love whenever we're all working on nutrition, we're trying to change it. The way we design the meal plan, if you're following our meal plan or nutrition plan, it's not really a meal plan, it's a nutrition plan, right? Yes, there's a difference, as cheesy as that sounds. Is to help you see, again, progress, but I want you to look at food in a different way. Stop looking at food as good or bad. Okay, stop looking at food as this is going to make me fat or this is going to make me skinny and make me lose weight. I want you to look at food as more of your instructions. So put the word instructions in the comments, because the thing that I always love to help you see is my food and what I feed myself on a daily basis is my instructions and how I'm going to feel and how I'm going to function. And does it have to do with how you look like on the outside? Is it going to help you lose weight? Yeah, of course. That's a byproduct. That's just extra. Stop looking at your food as only for your outward appearance and it's going to help me lose weight or not. It's how you're going to feel and function. And I say that because I see so many women and men, men are just as bad at this, I think, as the women are, is going through the day so incredibly busy that we're not eating enough. We're not eating enough to fuel our bodies. Forget losing weight, but we're not even fueling our bodies with enough food to have brain energy to be able to keep up with our kids or to even be able to mentally focus, because either we made, not so good choices or we're just skipping meals and doing all the things. Yes, food is your best medicine. When I'm going to heal things, and I'm not going to go into that journey today, but I with my son with autism, we've changed his whole world by food and things, not with a bunch of other routes that they try to take us down, right? Food is truly your instructions, how you want to feel and your function. So the next time that you're approached with just imagine 2 different plates, right? And this is think about breakfast. I always love to use breakfast as an example. I'm either going to eat this donut, right? This processed carb and fat and all kinds of other things that are in a donut, right? I'm either going to eat this for breakfast or I'm going to eat this plate. And this plate has eggs and sausage and some toast on it. And which one should I choose today? Man, that donut looks good. I mean, we all love a donut, right? Man, maybe you don't, but instead of looking at like, oh, this is not on my diet. This is going to make me gain some weight. This is not going to help me lose. I want you to look at it more like, this is going to make me tired. This is going to make me crash. This is going to make me feel incredibly bloated and miserable after this donut. So is it really worth it? Or should I eat the eggs and the toast and this other healthy, balanced plate? Because it's going to help me have energy. It's going to help me be in a good mood. It's going to help me sustain all these things throughout the day. It's going to help me. Yeah, it's going to help me change my outward appearance too, but it's how you feel and how you function is how I want you to start looking at food the next time you start to make choices about your food instead of the good, the bad, and the fat or the skinny, because it's way bigger than that. And so, yeah, food is your instructions. So I'm turning it back to you, Aaron. You want to go into your next bullet point or piggyback on that,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
any of
absolutely.
us?
I think more importantly, not necessarily the next bullet point, but I just think, I'm gonna feed off of the self-worth. How many of you guys on here right now that's watching this live or watching the replay feel like you have to put yourself last when it comes to your health and your fitness and your goals? How many of you guys feel like you put yourself last? You put your kids first, you put your spouse first, you put everybody else first, and you put yourself last. How many of you guys feel that way? And I'm going to talk about this because I know for a fact most of y'all need to hear this message, and you're probably not going to want to hear this message. But hey, that's kind of the way I coach, so it is what it is. I always just tell people, hey, you're going to hear what you don't want to hear, and sometimes that's the best advice, right? Here's the thing: when you put yourself last, you are in a burnout mode. You are literally a burnt out mommy, a burnt out spouse, wife, husband. You're burnt out. There's no running around it. Why? Because you only have so much energy to provide, right? Just like how the old saying goes, if you take your cup and you're pouring it onto others, there's nothing left in your cup. Same principle applies when it comes to your life. When you're pouring and you're taking care of everyone else, there's nothing left for you for yourself. And when it comes to your health and fitness, and Angela can vouch for this because we preach this all the time in our coaching. We preach this all the time. When you're selfish with your that scared the heck out of me, by the way. That thunder just scared the heck out of me. When you're selfish, I was like, what is that? I'm like, somebody's in my house. When you're selfish with your time and you're selfish with your goals, your family, guys, I'm gonna tell you this because it's not my opinion, this is a fact. They actually get the best of you. They don't get the rest of you. They actually get the best version of you, mom. They get the best version of you, dad. They get the best version of you, wife, husband. They get the best version of you because they're seeing you taking care of you. And you might not think that that matters now, right? You might think, how is that possible? Because when you take care of you, you're able to take care of everybody else in a higher magnitude. Your energy comes off higher. Your everything starts to come off better. And then you start to feel better about yourself. You start to feel better overall. And then you're like, all of a sudden, you're like, man, I'm doing things better. I'm loving what I see in the mirror because guess what? At the end of the day, when we're burnt out and we're tired, we're frustrated, we're discouraged, guess what happens? Guess what connects to that? Anxiety, depression, all these medical issues start to happen when this takes place. But when you start taking care of you, all of a sudden that starts to go lower. All of a sudden, anxiety starts to go down. All of a sudden, depression starts to go down. All of a sudden, mom got her happy back. Dad got his happy back. Happy wife, happy life, right? Like all of a sudden, all these things start to change because now you got more of a smile on your face. Now, all of a sudden, you're not yelling at your kids in the morning. Now, all of a sudden, you're feeling better because you're like, I took care of me first, and then I take care of everybody else. And let me tell you guys something. I don't say this lightly. When I started to become selfish with my time, my family got better version of me when I became selfish with my time. And so I'm thinking, well, how can I be selfish with my time? By taking care of you first, putting you as a priority first. And we say this all the time, y'all. And I know there's moms on here and there's dads on here that's watching this, that literally you will schedule your whole family's calendar out, right? Like I guarantee if you pull your calendar out right now, I guarantee your whole family's calendar and their activities and their schedules are in that calendar. But where's yours? Where's your time? Where's mommy time? Where's me time? Is it in the calendar first? Or you're like, man, he's talking to me. Oh my God, I don't have me time in my calendar. When you start to put your time in that calendar and you start to prioritize your time, your whole life will change. Because it's not necessarily, oh, I'm being selfish for selfish reasons. No, I'm being selfish because I need to be selfish for my goals. I need to be selfish for my health. I need to be selfish for my journey because I can't continue pouring onto everyone else and watching myself deteriorate. Watching myself, look at myself in the mirror and don't recognize what I see. And you guys, over time, it happens, and it doesn't happen overnight, y'all. Like for anybody that thinks it does, for all those who have, young children, I'm gonna tell you something right now. As you get older, and as your kids get older, guess what happens? They start to do their own thing, and all of a sudden you're left wondering, what about me? What about me? What about me? I'm not getting the hugs anymore. I'm not getting the snuggles anymore. I'm not getting that stuff anymore. My kids are doing their own thing because you put yourself last for so long, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And over time, you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize what you see anymore. You don't recognize the woman or man staring right back at you. But here's my advice for each and every one of you guys that feel that way. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, I feel this in my soul right now. I want y'all to going forward and do this for the next 11 days. I mean, thank you, Angela, for saying how many days we got left in this challenge. For the next 11 days, I want you to pull out your calendar and look at the time in your calendar and say, where can I put me time? Because let me tell you something right now, you guys, I have me time in my calendar every single morning. I know I had my daughter's award ceremony. I knew exactly what I was going to go work out. I knew exactly what time. I still had my kids' stuff to take care of, but I knew exactly what time I was going to take care of me. Put me time in your calendar. And you guys hear me out what I'm about to tell you, because you need to hear this message. It does not need to be an hour. It does not need to be 2 hours. It can literally be 30 minutes. That's all you need. 30 minutes of working out, taking care of you. It doesn't need to be hours. You need to be in the gym hours. You could do 30 minutes. If 30 minutes is all you have, then 30 minutes is all you need. Because as that time progresses, that 30 minutes turn into an hour. It might not ever turn into an hour. But that 30 minutes takes care of you, and you start pouring more into your cup, and then hey, you pouring in everybody else, but your cup is still full, right? It's still full. So my advice to each and every one of you guys is start being selfish for you. Be selfish for you. Angela, I know you want to piggyback off of that topic right there, so I'm gonna swing it your way.
Yeah, I wrote that down on my notes a while ago before you said that. I'm like, yes, because this was a struggle. Share a little of my journey without going in my full story, but a big piece of my journey was this. I thought it was selfish to take time away from my kids or my business or everything else to take care of me. Like for the longest time, like I didn't. There was a 3-4 year span for me where I did it. I gave to everybody else, and it led me nowhere except for burnt out, worn out, exhausted, broke as hell, and all kinds of things, right? That's where my coaching business is actually born from, because I was literally pouring everything out to everyone else because I thought in my brain, I was like, oh gosh, it's selfish for me to take care of myself, to spend money on myself. Are you crazy? I'm not going to spend money on myself on products, or God forbid a coach, or any of those things. And what I learned and what I love to help is just piggybacking on what Aaron said. Like, it's more selfish, y'all, to neglect ourselves. And I had to think about that for a second when I heard that. I don't remember where I heard it the first time, but I was like, wait, what? It's more selfish to keep putting ourselves on that back burner time again, and skipping our workouts and not making good choices of food. Or like Aaron said, like same thing. I have me time on my Google Calendar. I don't need it for accountability, but it is there. Why? Because practicing what we preach, by literally you have to plan your day for you. It is more selfish to neglect yourself, because the hardest time in the day that God woke me up was the day that my son got burnt. And another time for another day was because I was living on coffee and fumes and not taking care of myself. And I was making coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he was just an 18-month-old toddler that grabbed my coffee cup. And it's a big part of my why and my story, why I realized, like, holy crap, I was bleeding out so incredibly negative on my family and my kids and my husband and all the things. Because why? Because I was skipping workouts. I was skipping meals. I wasn't taking care of myself. I don't even remember if I was taking supplements at that time, but even if I was, it didn't really matter because I wasn't eating right. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't doing anything else. So no matter what I was taking, it wasn't working the way it was supposed to, because I wasn't doing all the other things. So I love that you said that, because we've got to take care of ourselves. We have to, because this is going to sound morbid, but I just shared this on a different interview right before this. One of the things, I had a mentor ask me once, and when you get into these ruts where you get into the place of like neglecting yourself and not taking care of yourself, a mentor, she asked me this, and we were doing more business coaching at the time, but to me, business and health kind of goes the same and same. She asked me, Angela, if you were sitting here right now today on your deathbed, as morbid as that sounds, I had to sit, like she said, sitting here on your deathbed today, would you look back and think, holy crap, I'm really proud of myself for how I showed up, how I took care of myself, how I prioritized me, how I showed up as a mom and a wife and and a coach and all the things? Or would I sit back and think, damn, I wish I had done things different. I wish I had taken better care of myself, because then I would have been more happy and energetic for my kids or my grandkids or whatever the scenario is. And so you think back, and as hard as that is, and sometimes will definitely make us cry. The first time I got asked that, I cried, I bawled like a baby, because I wasn't showing up very well for anybody. I was burning out. I was exhausted. I was bitchy. Like, let's be real, excuse my language. I was just all the things that I did not want to be, monster mom. But that was the question. I was like, I've got to make some freaking changes. I got to get back to meal prepping. I got to get back to getting my workouts in. I got to be okay with working out with my kids around me. I made a post today about it. Like, my kids grew up after I got out of my own freaking way and stopped skipping workouts because of them. I let them work out with me or be around, or they were in their little baby chairs while mommy got her workout in. Why? Because I needed it for me. But more importantly, that is the best investment that you can make for your family is yourself. So if you're tired, exhausted, worn out, burnt out, ask yourself, even in business, if you're exhausted and worn out in business, ask yourself, where's my self care at? Is there anything on my calendar that involves me? Because it doesn't, that's where you got to start. No amount of messages in your inbox, no amount of sales, no amount of anything matters to anything. God did not intend any of us to sacrifice ourselves and our health to grow a business or to do anything that we're trying to accomplish. It is the exact opposite. We got to take care of ourselves and our vessel first. And if that means maybe taking a day off, like freaking take a day off. You need, or more than that, just reprioritize yourself and your health because it is more selfish for us to keep neglecting ourselves and include your family. Like I, again, like I said, like I was for a while, I was telling myself, I don't have time to work out. The kids woke up or the kids are around or this is that, this. I told myself every single reason in the world why I shouldn't work out versus just stopping and letting the kids run around. I sometimes they were climbing all over me and the workout might have not have been as good as it could have been, but I got out of my own way and realized like who cares? I got something in, like Aaron said, I got it in, and it's better than doing the exact opposite. Like we can't go through life, like I said already, like life is too short and it's not promised tomorrow. So like we've got to live in the now. And the only way to really live in the now and be present is we've got to take care of ourselves. We got to eat and we got to do all the things that we're doing in this challenge. So um I'll turn that back to you, Aaron. I think I'm finished with my thought.
I love it. I mean, you're right. I mean, you just got to do it, you guys. Like you could tell you, I love that you said, you have all these reasons why you can't work out, but you have one reason why you can. It's just that one reason why you can be the difference maker from why you can't. Like you could give yourself 100 excuses why you can't do something, but that one reason why you can overpower all those 100 reasons why you can't. And like Angela just said, like having my kids around and doing, you still can. Right? Like you literally still can work out. You can always do something once you set your mind, like I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. You guys, and that's something that each and every one of y'all needs to understand. Like you can do this, but you have to want to do this. And who do you have to do it for? You. You have to do it for you. You can't do it for your spouse. You can't do it for your kids. Because let me tell you something right now. When you do it for others, you're never doing it for the right person that you need to be doing it for. And that is you. That's most importantly you. And so I will tell you from now, like seeing my kids, I'm about to have an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old, and my daughter just turned 13. And they have watched their entire life me work out. Literally, like I said, I started working at 19 years. I became a trainer 18 and a half years ago. My kids, that's all they know. I used to take them to the kids club when I used to work at the gym. That's all they know. And now they've gotten old enough to where they want to work out with me. Now it's become like, hey, can I get a gym membership? You guys don't ever let your kids be the reason why you don't do something. Let them see what you're doing and set the example for them so that they don't make the excuses or they don't have any health issues that they become older. Because all of us as parents, all the parents that's on here right now, we would never want our kids to have any health issues, right? Like we'd be like, I'll run through a brick wall. I'll run through a burning building for you. Same principle applies. You would do the same thing when it comes to the health, right? I kind of want nothing to happen to you. I'll take you to all the doctors and do all the stuff in the world. But guess what, mom? One thing you can do to show them to have a healthy lifestyle is take care of you. Dad, one thing you do to show them how to have a healthy, take care of you. And they watch, y'all. I can't express this enough. Your kids watch everything you do, but they also watch your unhealthy habits too. They literally, if you're unhealthy and they're seeing you eating out all the time, they're seeing you not working out, and they're seeing you making all those excuses, guess what they're going to do? They're going to do the exact same thing when they become adults. They're going to make the excuses. They're going to say, oh, I just can't do this right now. I just can't. Set the example. Be the example for them. Do it with them. I say this all the time. When I see moms walking with their kids, I'm like, I love it. Go. Do it. Go for it. Like, hey, go play tag with them. I guarantee they're gonna burn you out pretty quickly. I don't know where they get the energy from, but I guarantee they're gonna burn you out, right? Like, do it. Jump on a trampoline with them. And moms, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Maybe you could jump, maybe you can't. I don't know. Right? Like, you guys get my point. But do it with them. Stop making them be your excuse of why you can't do something. Do it with them. Set that example. Show them that mommy's strong and proud and just like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I can guarantee you they will follow suit. They're going to see what you're doing. And one day they're going to be like, I want to do it with you. I want to work out with you. And then you're setting that example for them. And you guys, I can't express this enough. Go forward on this challenge over the next 11 days and shift your mindset from stop saying you can't do something and start saying you can. And I'm going to jump on this tangent because it's been on my mind and heart. A lot of us, a lot of us have the gifts and the abilities and the blessings that God provides. And I'm not going to preach to y'all, but I'm about to preach to y'all. So I'm not going to preach to y'all, but I'm about to preach to y'all right now. Every time I pull up in the gym, and I work out in the gym. I have a gym in my house, but I work out in the gym. I work out every time I pull up in the gym. I smile and I'm thankful I get to work out. I'm thankful I get to work out. And why am I thankful I get to work out? Because I have an opportunity to jump in my car. God's blessed me with a car. I have money for gas. I have money to buy a membership, and I'm blessed to walk into that building and be able to afford to work out. I don't look at it like I need to do this. I look at it like God has allowed me to do this. And some of y'all have that same blessings, whether you go to the gym or not. If you have workout equipment in your house, dumbbells, a mat, that is a blessing that God's provided for you. And you have to look at it from that perspective. And don't look at it like I need to do this. No, look at it like I get to do this. I am blessed to do this. I am given this opportunity to work out. And this is a gift because I can tell you something right now. I learned a long time ago during COVID, people couldn't even afford weights. I learned a long time ago during COVID, people couldn't even barely had a roof over their head. I learned this. So when I think about when you have an opportunity to work out or you get that blessing to work out, that's a gift God is giving you. And you guys, sometimes we take advantage of that gift. Sometimes we look at them like, I don't have the time. I don't have the. Yes, you do. You get 24 hours in a day. That's a blessing. So next time when you're about to work out, approach it with a different perspective. Look at it like, you know what? I get to do this. I don't have to do this. I get to do this. This is a gift I've been given in my life. And yes, it might feel small. And yes, it might feel minuscule. And yes, you might think, oh, it's not as big as a deal. Yes, it is, y'all. Because there's millions of people that can't afford to do what you're able to do. There's millions of people that literally have to choose between medication or food. Millions, and you get to have these blessings. So look at it going forward in a different perspective. And I still do this to this day, and I kid you not. Doesn't matter if I roll up in the gym at 6 in the morning, 8 a.m. in the morning or not. I roll up in that smile as I'm walking into because I get to have an opportunity to be able to take care of my health. Because that's a God's blessing. And I hate to tell y'all that. If y'all not spiritual, hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pour that into you. I need y'all to start looking at it from a different perspective. That's a blessing that you get to do these things. That is a blessing that if you're working out in your house and you got a roof over your head and you got weights on the floor and some of y'all have treadmills in your house or have an increment bike that Jennifer just said, that is a blessing, y'all. Look at it from a different perspective and watch how your mindset changes. Instead of thinking, I have to do this, you get to look at it like, I get to do this. I am blessed to be able to do this. I'm blessed to be able to work on myself. I am blessed to have a supportive spouse. I'm blessed to have a supportive kids. This is a blessing, y'all. So anyway, sorry, had to share that from my heart. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and swing it back over to Angela.
I love that you said that. Yeah, like gratitude for what we have. Like there's so many people in this world that don't have it. You said something, I had to write this down that I piggyback a little bit on what he said too. There was a reel I saw going around for a while, and I actually made it one day too, but it was, we do say that we will die for our kids, we'll die for the people that we love, right? Like, but will you live for them? Will you literally slow down and live for them? Live for them now, in the moment, not chasing the scale. Like Aaron said, you do not get your worth from the scale. The scale is a very small, minute thing. Why do you think, like, when there's transformation challenges that whether our team does or Bravenly, the one thing that I love so much about Bravenly and the all of the challenges and transfer, it's all been about a transformation. That is only looked at pictures. It's not looked at numbers. It's not looked at how much weight you lost. like who I can't remember whoever started off saying that you've lost more inches than you have pounds. Awesome. That means your body's transforming. That means you're changing your body composition, which is so much more important than any stupid number on the scale. Because our families are not going to know what that number is on the scale anyway, unless you tell them, unless you walk around and complaining about, oh God, the scale, or maybe celebrating that you lost it. That's awesome, right? But that mindset shift is knowing like they don't care about your number on the scale. They don't care about the size of the pants and the jeans you wear. They don't care about any of that stuff. They just care about how you're showing up, how you're making them feel. And your food and your fitness truly is your best medicine. I would love to help remind y'all looking at the ability to work out and being grateful that you can, like Erin said, but taking that a step further too is just like I said, food is your instructions, your fitness is not just about what we look like on the outside. It is our mental health. It is, I don't know about y'all, but if when I don't get my workout on or don't do some sort of movement, even if that's just a walk for the day, like I feel mentally off. Like it puts me in a little bit of a funk. Anybody else like maybe agree in the comments, like looking at your ability to go move as something you're grateful for, but also looking at your movement, your workouts, all of these things, getting to move your body about how you're fueling that mind, how you're protecting your mind, how you, are taking care of your mental health is so incredibly important. And it goes way beyond what we look like on the outside. The last thing that I had on my mind to kind of share too is you got to be flexible. Mindset around health in general is like you got to be flexible. One of my favorite things I say in my coaching community all the time is we got to know when to pivot and not pause. On this journey, you're always going to be faced with something. When you're trying to become healthier, it's going to feel like something is going to be punching you in the face left and right, left and right, left and right, nonstop. All the things. Life is always going to happen. Life is always going to be busy. I don't know that life is ever going to slow down. I feel like the world we live in today is just a busy mess. it's chaos has become the new norm. Whether you can have small kids, big kids, no kids, it doesn't really matter. It's beyond that. It's beyond that. So be flexible on this journey. If you have days where you're scheduled to get a workout in and life just threw you for a loop, kid got sick at school, whatever the scenario is, whatever season of life, we're all in different ones. Be flexible. Be okay with moving workouts around to the other day. Be okay with the fact that you got 3 in instead of 4 that week because something came up. Be okay with being flexible. Like Erin mentioned, like put yourself on your calendar, y'all. You cannot wake up saying, I'm going to work out today, but you have no idea when, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to go, if you're just winging your day, just kind of like we always talk about winging your business. I'm going to do this, but when are you going to do it? I don't know. It's whenever I fit it in. You're 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to bed at night and you didn't get it in. You're not going to get it in if you don't have some sort of calendar. But I remember when I had a mentor over my journey that told me about time blocking, and Angela, you got to time block. You've got to put, all these things on your calendar to do it. And I looked at her cross-eyed. I was like, you're crazy. Like, do you not know who I am? I've got 2 small kids, multiple businesses. I am not going to time block. Kristen, because it's just not going to happen. Like no 2 days are the same. It was Kristen. You know who I'm talking about, Erin. And she was like, time block, Angela. Stop saying you can't and freaking do it anyway. But then you have to take it a step further and be flexible. Don't ever cancel an appointment with yourself. Just be flexible and move it around. Be okay with moving a workout around. Be okay with, what, that meal that I had planned didn't go as planned, but you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up. Maybe move it over to another day. I'm going to switch some things around in my little macros or whatever it is that you're doing. Just be okay with being flexible. But we pivot. Being flexible is about pivoting. Okay. So what, maybe I can't get my full 30-40 minute workout in today, but I got one set of everything, which took me about 10 minutes. Cool. At least I got that in, and it's always better than nothing. I pivoted. I don't pause. Meaning when life happens, we don't just say, you know what, I'm going to throw in the towel. Life just got extra busy. And y'all, trauma is going to happen. Things are going to happen in our life. And it's going to be very tempting to just put yourself back on the back burner. And the first thing that I see on a daily basis when life happens, even if it's finances, whatever you got going on in your life is always going to hit you. But the first thing that I see 90% of people is like, wait, I've got to cut my health out of my budget. I can't do it. Or I got to cut my health, routine off my schedule. I just don't have time for it. Yes, you do. It's prioritizing you, and you have to non-negotiable. You've got to be a non-negotiable. Even if you only have 5 minutes that day, do something for you just be flexible. We pivot, we move things around, we takes things off our calendar if we need to. Just don't take you off of your calendar forever. Don't pause. It's the biggest mistake I see. As soon as you skip 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, turns into a month, turns into 6 months. Next thing you know, you're restarting the whole thing again. So be flexible. And I think that's really the last thing that I had to say, Aaron. And you want to throw it back over to you and
Yeah, we could
share some
close it out.
thoughts?
On some closing thoughts, absolutely. There's no such thing as, like Angela said earlier, there's no such thing as perfection. It's progress. Progress, you guys. That's something I preach all the time. I coach. Progress will always be over perfection, meaning I'm working on me. And that might mean a month, that might mean a year, that might mean 10 years. But you're always going to work on you. At the end of the day, there's no better person to work on than yourself. No better person to work on than yourself. Because when you work on yourself, others will benefit from you working on you. And when I mean by others is your family, your kids, your spouse. Everybody's going to benefit from you taking care of you. So those times that you feel like, oh man, I'm just not doing enough. Yes, you are. But you have to take care of you in the process. And when you start taking care of you in the process, everything else, it just kind of dominoes in a positive way. But it could also domino in a negative way and you put you last. And some of y'all probably experiencing it now, feeling that now. Like, man, I feel that negative. I feel that negative vibe of it's not going where I want it to go. Here's another thing I will tell you guys. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. Don't rush it. Y'all, don't rush the process. Trust the process. Like, I can't express that enough. That's like one of my favorite sayings. Don't rush it. Trust it. Because when you rush it, nothing good comes from rushing, right? Like, there's no, fast pass to success. In health, fitness, business, and all aspects of life. There's no fast pass. You can't go online and buy one and be like, I'm gonna get on every ride fast. And it don't work that way. If it did, forget it. We all have our dream bodies and be billionaires, right? Like we won't have to worry about anything, any hard work, right? But at the end of the day, when you trust that process, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. You have to start believing it's gonna work, but you have to believe in yourself. And the most important person you need to believe in is yourself. You need to know that you're capable of doing all the things that you set your mind to. And if your goals are weight loss, you're capable of doing it. If your goals are to build muscle, you're capable of doing it. If your goals are to be consistent, you're capable of doing it. But you have to believe in you. You can't expect somebody else to believe in you. And you guys, I can't express this, but this is something I really need to share. You can't expect somebody else to do it for you. You can't expect somebody else to pour it into you. You have to pour it into yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. When you wake up in the morning, you have to start looking at yourself and say, today's gonna be a great day. I do that every single morning, y'all. Like I wake up 5 in the morning, I wake up at 4:50 in the morning, and I'm like, this is illegal. This is so early. And I always tell myself the same thing. Today's gonna be a great day. And when I look in the mirror, I'm like, today's gonna be a great. Like I tell myself this. Why? Because I'm setting my mind up for success. And I don't know what the day can happen. Life's gonna life, right? Like life's gonna throw you some lemons. Life's gonna throw you some curves. But when you set your mindset up to say today's gonna be a good day, or you look at yourself in the mirror and say you are amazing, or you are fantastic, whatever you tell yourself, you're gonna start to believe that. And then whatever life throws your way, you can be like, hey, it's a great day, right? Like it's thundering, I'm raining, it's a great day. Like you're not gonna worry. Oh, the thunder scared me. It's all right. It is a great day, right? Like that's what's gonna happen for the next 21 days. But you guys, I want you to start thinking bigger. I don't want you to think 21 days. When this challenge ends, and it's going to end pretty quickly, y'all. Like these next 10, 11 days are going to fly by. You're like, oh crap, the challenge is almost over. I want you to think past the challenge. I want you to start thinking about the future. Like, where do I go from here? Where do I go past these 21 days? Keep that consistency going. Keep your priorities going, AKA you. I'm going to keep saying that again. Your priorities need to be you. But keep your mindset going on, I can do this. And I want you to throw it in the comment section. 1 day at a time. Because you guys, you can't walk without taking one step at a time. And if you guys could walk without taking one step at a time, I want to see it because you're magicians. That's life. In order to move, it's one step at a time. But in order to progress in your goals, it's 1 day at a time. And there's going to be days when you fall. And there's going to be days when you fail. And there's going to be days when you want to quit. But here's what you do. You get back up and you thank God because he's about to give you what's called a gift. And it's called the present. He's going to give you a present. It's going to be that next day, right? There you go. That's your present. Do something with it. run with it. So you know what? Hey, I fell last night. I had pizza last night. Oh, I didn't work out last night. I didn't do the things I said I was gonna do. That's okay. Because tomorrow's gonna be another gift that you give and get right back up and go one day at a time, one more time at it. And don't think you quit. Don't say I fell off the wagon. Don't say all these negative words that's gonna put you back into that vicious cycle of the past. One day at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time, one movement at a time, one exactly what Andrew said, one failing lesson at a time. It's all going to matter to you taking it one day at a time, you guys. So with that said, I hope each and every one of y'all has a phenomenal next 11 days. I can't wait for next workshop. It's going to be on fitness. But Angela, I'm going to let you, I know you got something you wanted to share.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna challenge. I actually want to throw out a mini challenge, to everybody. If you're up for this, I would love, I know Aaron and I would both love for you to share a takeaway that you got from today, or maybe a mindset, something like, and post it in the groups, in the group, the breakthrough, or if you're on our team, we have our Be Brave and Fearless. I would just love for you to post what a mindset note or takeaway or something that you got from today's call, because we would love to see what it was that stood out to you, and tag us so we can see it. And yeah, so that's all I got. I got nothing else to share. Y'all are amazing. Keep rocking and rolling, whatever you do. Just don't pause, don't quit, keep rocking and rolling, stay connected with each other as well too. We're here for anybody. You can always, like Aaron said last week, we're both here. You're always welcome to reach out at any moment in time, talk through anything, walk through anything, ask questions. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. I'll post the recording once it's finished.
Yes. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.